All right, let's talk about this Virgo lunar eclipse happening on March the 3rd of 2026. Of course, this is going to be the third eclipse in Virgo. We have had two eclipses in Virgo already, a solar and a lunar, and we are having a lunar eclipse this time. And it's at 12 degrees and 54 minutes. So this is a very prominent lunar eclipse. I wouldn't say it's a necessarily difficult eclipse, but if you guys aren't aware, I do have other videos on eclipses. So if you're curious on the energy of eclipses, go check those videos out. But eclipses are very karmic. They're kind of course corrections in a way, and it's usually eclipsing something or it's hiding something and something is being brought to light. Now this is a full moon lunar eclipse because the moon is in Virgo, which is opposite to the sun in Pisces, and a lunar eclipse is when the earth passes between the sun and the moon. So something is being eclipsed out, and full moons are culmination points, right? So we're wrapping something up. It's at the height of the lunation cycle. This definitely isn't an energy of like a new beginning. That would more so be a solar eclipse, or wait until the new moon in Pisces coming up after this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. But this is definitely an energy of karma. This is a full moon lunar eclipse that is conjunct the south node. So the south node, of course, has been traveling through Virgo, and the north node is in Pisces. So the sun is conjunct the north node and the moon is conjunct the south node. This is an energy of shifting something, of reworking something, of something revisiting from the past. And this energy particularly plays a very important role in Mercury retrograde, which I do have another video on, so go check that video out. Mercury is currently retrograde in the sign of Pisces. And the reason that Mercury retrograde is so prominent is because that is the ruler of this full moon lunar eclipse. Now, Mercury is also in opposition. It is kind of a loose orb. It's 8 degrees, but it's still in opposition to its ruler. And Mercury energy is very prominent here. So there's this Pisces-Virgo axis that, of course, is going to play out during any full moon. We have an opposition between the sun and the moon, but especially so because it's opposing Mercury. So this is an energy of... Virgo energy is an energy of routines, it's patterns, it's being diligent, it's being very organized. It's an energy of service. It's our health, it's our daily routines, what we do on a regular basis, our work, and things that we see in the day-to-day. It can also be an energy of anxiety or perfectionism. That's kind of the shadow side of Virgo, and that could be some of the energies that we're looking to get rid of. Virgo is very practical, it's very problem solving, it's very routine oriented. This is an energy of like editing, or an energy of cleaning up or sweeping out. That could be a good term for this full moon lunar eclipse. It's an energy of purification. So when we think of Virgo, Virgo is represented by the Virgin, and that is an energy of purity, right? So this is a full moon lunar eclipse that is certainly about something being brought up from the past, because this Mercury retrograde has a lot to do with things from the past, but it's something that we're meant to almost rework or revise or review and kind of tweak it to fit our daily lives or our routines. You're definitely going to want to see where Virgo is at in your chart, which house is ruled by Virgo, specifically where 12 degrees of Virgo is in your chart. If you have any planets in the mutable signs from, I would say, anywhere like 9 to 15 or 16 degrees, this is definitely going to be an eclipse that's going to be prominent for you. It's not a super loud eclipse. It's not a super, chaotic eclipse, although it is conjunct the south node. So the south node can be very karmic. It's really about finding mental clarity. It's about cleaning things up and reworking them. And of course, there's this duality when we have any sort of full moon or eclipse, full moon eclipse, where we're trying to find a balance between Piscean energy and Virgo energy. So it's the spiritual and the practical. It's the mental and the physical, right? Pisces is the dreams, whereas Virgo is the plan, and Pisces is more so how we're feeling, and Virgo is more so what we're doing. So there's an energy of needing to balance those things. It's like sustainability and structure. Like, where can we find a balance in that? Where have we been in La La Land? Where do we need to refine something? Where do we need to edit something? Where do we need to rework something so that it more so aligns with our emotional well-being? So this full moon lunar eclipse is also in a sextile to Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So this has an energy, a supportive energy from Jupiter that can support our emotional well-being. Where do we need to look at, boundaries? Pisces is an energy of boundlessness, whereas Virgo is an energy of setting strict boundaries. So, where have we not been setting boundaries? Where have we not been taking care of our physical health, our mental health? Where have we been overlooking our emotional well being to help or service others when we have not been in service to ourselves? There is definitely a difference between being busy and being productive. So, where have we just kind of let chaos reign and not really doing things that matter, essentially? This is not about perfectionism, but Virgo can get very much caught up in perfectionism. It's more so about where are we being practical and where are we making progress, and how do we tweak things in order to more fulfill what our goals are or where we're headed, right? Something is coming to a culmination. Something has not been shown to you quite yet that is going to be shown to you through this full moon lunar eclipse for you to rework something and edit something and tweak something so that it makes your life more smooth. But this could be an energy of you servicing yourself more or servicing other people more. It's definitely going to depend on where it's happening in your chart. So look to see which house is ruled by Virgo. It is a purification energy. And with this Mercury retrograde in opposition, which is the ruler, it's definitely a foggy and confusing energy. So it's not necessarily going to be outwardly in front of your face, like very blatant to you what needs to happen, but it's going to slowly kind of reveal itself of an area of your life, which house it's ruled in your chart, what area of your life there needs to be some sort of change. Where have you been overgiving or not giving enough? Where have you not been organized enough? Where have you not been practical enough? I do like that the moon is in an earth sign because it kind of grounds out that energy a little bit and gives us a little bit more of a grounded energy. But it's karmic and it's a release, it's a purification, and it's kind of fine-tuning things. So I don't hate this full moon lunar eclipse. It's definitely, I love me some Virgo energy. And yeah, that will close out eclipse season. Of course, we will kind of be in the aftermath of the eclipse season, but this will just kind of close out. We will have one more eclipse in Virgo actually next year after the nodes move into Leo and Aquarius. But this is the third one. So we're used to this Virgo eclipse energy, and it could be bringing up themes. Look to see what happened in your life in September of last year of 2025, because we had an eclipse there that was the precursor to this eclipse. So there was a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo in September of 2025. I want to say it was around the equinox, and it was what themes are being brought up around this full moon lunar eclipse. From a global standpoint, this is really about the health. It's the health of the people. When we're talking about more so global astrology, the moon represents the people themselves. So this could be like healthcare systems or institutions, service industries. We could see shifts in those areas of life, things to do with our food and water systems, and also like the environment in a lot of ways. This is an earth sign after all. But, this is an energy of something being revealed, its completions, its culmination, its purification, routines, cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Remember that, of course. But there's a fine tune. There's a fine balance between Piscean energy of boundlessness and chaos and mystery and mystical and practical. What ways can you align your physical with the spiritual? In what ways are you not in alignment from physical to spiritual? Are you too much in Piscean energy, too much in Virgo energy? That is a question to ask yourself. So happy eclipse season, my loves. Readings for tarot are open now on my website again. Astrology, if you want to book an astrology reading with me, shoot me an email or a DM and we can set that up individually. But yes, tarot readings are now open, so book those. And much love, happy eclipse season, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.